Howdy, howdy, howdy. Here we go. We've got a replay between Vladislavs and Helmut on Crossing in the Woods. Looks like Helmut's AFK in his base for the first couple of seconds of the game. Vladislavs, who I'm going to shorten to Vladdy from now on, is playing as Ostia, spawning up on the top here, and he's cranking out a Grenadier. In terms of doctrines, he's got Festung Armour, Joint Operations, and German Mechanized. So the least popular of the two mechanized. This one doesn't have the Tiger Tank or the Stuggy, which is so popular for Ostia at the moment because that Stuggy is just so powerful. Maybe a bit too powerful. And on Helmut's side, we've got Infantry Company, Airborne, and Rifle Company. Pretty common doctrines from Helmut. I picked this one up off COH2 replay section, and Vladislavs, or Vladdy, is a writer there, and Helmut's a pretty well-known player, so this should be a good game. We see 3 Grenadiers here from Vladdy, and he's trying to cross the river, whereas Helmut is trying to spread out. It looks like he's banking up a bit of manpower here. Maybe he's considering going Rifle Company and then pumping out a veteran rifleman, but he hasn't selected it yet. But that's what I'd guess from what I'm seeing so far. Got our first engagement here between the Rifles and the Grenadiers. Rifles closing the gap, losing model there. Grenadiers can't jump in the house. Usually Riflemen will win this one, but they did take some nasty losses closing the distance. Now he's actually moving onto the side where there are 4 windows rather than 3, affording his opponent even more opportunities to shoot at him. So that was a bad maneuver there. And Pioneers coming into support. Probably going to have to retreat. No. This was a bit of a mistake here from Vladdy. He closed the distance on these rifles. And it looks like they're going to try to snake the old building here. And they will. Pioneers going to close the gap. They're going to scrap it out for there. We got a cut-off maneuver here from Vladdy. That was good, and I was right, he did go for a veteran rifleman. Backed up that, and he's gone for grenades early. Okay, that's a surprise. So early grenades here from Helmut, combined with a veteran rifleman. And these riflemen actually blast everything. I thought they might lose, but they were in that building. They are quite hard to damage when they're in there. And these re-echelons look like they're going to jump in the house on the other side. But this has left Helmut a bit deficient in fuel for the early game, so it's a good start for Vladdy. Usually Ostia lose out big time to USF in the early game, so he's off to a good start.
Our riflemen will now be better trained before deployment.
And he's building a medic bunker in his base. I was going to say he hasn't ticked up yet. I don't know how he could be building anything in his base, but that's a medic bunker. And it looks like he's just hiding these re-echelons behind the building, hoping Vladdy forgets that they're there and maybe he can jump them out and snake that fuel at some point in the near future. It's a cheeky maneuver. And these riflemen are already up to Vet 2. Wow, he's got 2 squads of Vet 2 riflemen. That's pretty impressive. What's that? They don't even have any kills yet. He must have got pretty lucky on the experience they got given there. And wow, okay, we've got an MG42 over here, combined with 2 Grenadiers. Looks like he's going to try and make a concentrated push, recapture this fuel on the left. At the same time, he's losing his fuel on the right hand side of the map. 2 squads of riflemen versus a squad of Grenadiers. They better get out of there smartly, and they do. Oh, they're taking some nasty losses on the retreat though.
fire and
What do
know
we
how
have
will
going
help us
on
to
here?
better prepare our infantry.
Okay, looks like he's taking the lieutenant now, Helmut.
Reinforcements
The enemy is
And
overrunning
this
one of our capture
rifleman's
points.
on quite low health.
Patch
You
of
know,
dirt is ours.
he doesn't have an ambulance yet.
Someone get us out of here!
He's got to play carefully with that one, otherwise he'll bleed a lot of manpower from it. He's got cut off, but that doesn't really matter too much, as he's already capturing the fuel of Vladdy. A couple AFK riflemen here from Helmut. That's no good.
Lousy patch of dirt is ours.
And looks like Vladdy's just content to camp out this side of the map for the moment.
If you hear a whip crack, hit the deck.
Krauts are taking one of our points.
What's going on here? Okay, there were a lot of just units doing nothing. I was worried that the game had frozen or something, but no. Now they're all back in action. That's all good. Looks like Helmut is pumping out the ambulance right now.
Ambulance ready for action. A capture point is under attack.
And he's probably going to use it to heal these riflemen that are guarding that cutoff at the moment. Looks like Helmut's making a play down to this cutoff, but once again there's nothing really to cut off here, so there's not really much that they can do.
A capture point is being overrun.
Looks like Vladdy's trying to get a bit more of the map under his control. He does have the VPs, but
One of our
in terms of
fighting
just the standard
positions is
resource points,
sustaining fire.
he's a bit on the losing side at the moment.
Someone get
Just
us
trying to
out of
reverse
here!
that favour.
Set.
And now that these riflemen are all healed up, he's going to start pushing out,
The goddamn
try to capture this side of the map.
stick to that.
We now have
Got these
parachute
two
flare. Our
riflemen
supply
here,
line
not up
just
to
got cut off.
much. What do we have in terms of tech? Okay. He skipped tier 2, that's interesting. So he could be going for fast Panzer IV, that's a reasonably popular strategy
Precision machine gun is in place.
for Ostier. You get that fast Panzer IV out, you can deal with the lieutenant tech stuff a lot easier. The old
It's gonna get hard to hit.
AA half track and the utility car,
We're losing a
and
capture
smash
point.
them quick. As you haven't spent all that fuel on the tier 2 building, you can get your tank out a bit quicker. And we may see that from Vladdy here. Okay, he's actually got captain. I thought I saw him taking lieutenant there, but he must have decided to cancel that and go for a captain. Yes, he must have cancelled lieutenant and he's gone for captain now. Okay,
Listen up over here!
that's
The enemy
interesting.
is overrunning one of our capture
And it looks
points.
like he's trying to get these riflemen outside the arc of fire. Oh, that's a nice smoke usage there from
We got a rifle squad waiting
Helmut,
for orders.
but it doesn't
Our
really
supply
matter.
line is cut.
MG
Germans are making a
repositions.
push.
And he's got a squad of grenadiers with the LMG upgraded, so these riflemen are going to get up to just about nothing. Oh, another smoke grenade! Oh, smokes are plenty here, but I think that was a bit of a waste of munitions there, because all this is going to do is force these troops to reposition. He doesn't have anything coming up to flank or
Grenade, move!
any kind of manoeuvre actually going on. Oh, he threw a grenade into the smoke! I manages to wipe out 2 models there, that's...
Riflemen can now equip
Well, there, he
M2
proved me
flamethrowers.
wrong. He made good use of the smoke in the end, I guess. That also could have just been
Back to
that Vladdy wasn't watching there and didn't retreat quick enough. The smoke may not have played a factor at all, but we'll never know.
We're losing a capture point. What the hell am I meant to do with these?
So now Vladdy's pushing out across the right-hand side of the map.
Grab your shit and follow me.
Okay, he's taken straight to the final tier, Battle Phase 3 or Tier 4. This is unusual, but because he hasn't gone for lieutenant,
Reinforcements
Our
in.
riflemen
there's not
the
really
capture
much
point
that
is
old
under
Helmut
attack.
can do.
Enemies
Oh,
are swarming
he's
one of our
well, yeah,
emplacements.
there's no like light vehicles to punish Vladdy for trying this out. Is that a button? on fighting position out here on the corner of the fuel. Well, that's going to make it a lot tougher for Vladdy to get
Supply line just got cut off.
in there. He's managed to get behind this green cover, which I think knocks down the amount of suppression you get by 90%. So you can sit behind green cover for quite a while before getting pinned, if you even get pinned at all.
Crew ready.
Oh, we have Stuart here. Okay, so this is what he's going for. He's actually pumping out the Stuart. You don't see this very often. Most people think it's a bit rubbish, but we'll see how it plays out here.
Send your orders.
And Helmut's got both the fuels under control. Rifle grenade on the building. Okay, it was dodged, but those riflemen are still on very low health and they may go down anyway. And it sounds like the Stuart's coming in. No, Stuart's going after the MG. Wipes the MG.
Tank ready.
Okay, and he's probably going to make a play for this rifleman soon. There was some good wiring off of the cover there by Vladdy. That's always a good maneuver. If you're capping this with your pioneers at the beginning of the game, you should always wire this area off, deny it to your enemies. But the Stuart's undone some of that hard work, and now with a captured MG42, Vladdy's in a bit of trouble. He doesn't have any fuel under control, and this is a problem when you go straight for tier 4. You're gonna be in a bit of trouble in terms of units and during this period of the game. He doesn't have any way to deal with that Stuart. He can just Faust it and run away. And against USF, that's not really that effective, as their vehicle crews can easily just jump out, repair that in a couple of seconds, then jump back in. It's not like against Soviet, where they have to find some common engineers to do the repairs, which is a lot more inconvenient. TMG against TMG. And this one is trying to be reinforced on the field by his ambulance, I believe. Yep. It was a risky maneuver. That ambulance took some fire there from the MG, but he managed to pull it off, and he's going to heal it all on the field. So this is an interesting play. You don't often see the ambulance on the front line like this. You might see it with the Major's retreat point a bit further away from the base, but rarely will you see it this far onto the front line of battle. So it's interesting, and a fair idea there from Helmut. And Helmut's doing pretty well in terms of the map right now. He's got both fuel under control. Doesn't have all 3 VPs. He probably could get this one. He just needs to send a Steward over there to clear off those Grenadiers. And he's got quite a few units here he could use to do some damage. So now Vladdy's in a bit of trouble. Really is. He's chosen a doctrine actually. He's gone for Festung armor. It's an interesting choice. In terms of fuel, I mean, he's not very close to being able to afford anything except for the Panzerwerfer right now. You don't see the Panzerwerfer much on 1v1s either. So I'm not sure. Maybe he's going to try for a command tank. But I feel like the command tank's not going to be that good without Pack supporting it. So I'm not sure. It's looking a bit grim for Vladdy right now. In terms of army size, you can see a huge difference. Vladdy's floating 800 manpower and he's only got 29 of his population occupied, whereas Helmut's up to 76. Rifle grenade goes off there. And the Stuart is putting on some work on these Grenadiers. He's managing to kite them back. He's avoiding the Panzerfaust well. And despite going Rifle Company, it looks like he has gone for the Major. And with such good fuel control, that's probably a good idea. If you've got such a huge amount of fuel income this early in the game, you really don't want to be waiting until you get the 9 CPs for a tank. You want to really hammer home your advantage, and an early Sherman can really put the boots to your opponent. And I wonder if that's what he's planning. He doesn't have any tanks under production yet. Probably going to try and save some manpower up for that. And yes, so Helmut going for Major. And he set a forward retreat point up here. That's maybe a little bit risky. He does have this MG screening, but you never know. You can always get pushed through this bridge quite quickly. And now we see a mortar from Vladdy. That's probably a pretty, oh, he's 2 mortars in fact. Okay, and he's built a fuel cache, so he's putting some of that manpower to use. And the fuel cache is a good idea considering how terrible his fuel income has been up to this point. And it looks like he's going for a flanking maneuver with these two grenadiers. They'll be able to handle this lieutenant even though it's in the green cover. Retreats quickly. He does have that forward retreat point though, so they won't have to retreat far. Mortars need to start putting in some damage on that MG. Stuart's coming across to chase off these riflemen. And this is where not having a pack is troublesome for Vladdy. He doesn't really have much he can do against this Stuart. Not going for tier 2 means he can't get Panzerschrecks, he can't get the pack. I mean, those are the two counters that will probably be going on at this point of the game otherwise. And they're not available. He's managed to decap this fuel at the very least, but he really needs some more resource income here. And these grenadiers are fighting quite close to this reinforced point. They're probably going to have a hard time when you're doing that, similar to OKW, forward retreat point base. Medic truck, as it's sometimes known. It's always hard to fight around there because they can reinforce and heal so quickly. Helmut. Oh, Vladdy obviously doesn't know that that retreat point's there. I doubt he scouted that, so there's no way of knowing that. But it would be wise for him to try and fight on this side of the map. And it looks like we've got some bars here from Helmut as well. Got all his riflemen upgraded with bars. And he's just got such a large army at the moment. And what has he fielded? He's fielded a Jackson. See, this is this is a problem right now, and we have a pack 43. So this is Vladdy's plan all along. Okay, there's some method to his madness. Festung armor. He's got the pack 43 out, showing as locked there for some reason, despite him being at 8 CPs, but we'll ignore that quirk. This is a common place to put it, behind this tree line here. So usually you might see it here, or sometimes you see it up here. But the pack 43 can shoot through trees and buildings, so you don't have to worry about that, ladies and gentlemen. You can just blast on through all those objects. And was that a smoke? I missed that. I don't know whose smoke there was. If it was... Okay, it was the riflemen. They're trying to make an approach on this EMG. Covering their approach. That was a good play there from Helmut. It sounds like... I don't know. It sounds like those mortars are doing a little bit of damage. That's good. Good for Vladdy. He's getting back into this game. And, oh, okay, that's what happened. The Stuart was in some trouble. The pack 43 gave it a couple big shots and knocks it out. We got some white phosphorus. Oh, yeah, fart. We got some white phosphorus going in, and that's gonna scare these grenadiers off. May die. I think they're heading through the smoke. Cool. They're lucky to escape there, and I think he just ran those grenadiers in there. It's no good.
Sherman ready.
So now we've got a Sherman. Oh, okay. Easy 8 coming in for Helmut. I mean, I guess Helmut thought that maybe he's going for the fast Panzer IV, and then this Jackson would have been able to counter that. But he didn't. So that Jackson was a bit of a waste. Really could have pushed his advantage there and probably won the game, but now he's left the door open for old Vladdy to come back in. This Easy 8 should blast these areas pretty quick. Oh, there's his captain is in negative cover in the river here. Oh, 2 mortar shots, he's in trouble. The MG has to retreat though, but these grenadiers could go and finish him off pretty easily. Those mortars, okay, they're 1 kill and 3 kills, so that's pretty much the best work they've done so far, but it was a sight to behold. And where's he barraging? Okay, he's barraging the victory point. Looks like some tank traps were trying to go down there for Helmut, trying to block the centre. So not a bad idea. It does limit his own movement and ability to access the Pack 43. So probably not one that I suggest, but otherwise it's quite a good idea because tanks can race through here, but when they have to cross the river they move quite a lot more slowly. So that can, you know, just slow down their movement, slow down their manoeuvres. But in this case Helmut probably needs the faster manoeuvrability if he wants to actually kill that Pack 43 at any time. Though with the VP situation as it is currently, all Helmut really has to do is hold these 3 VPs for the rest of the match, and we have a Panther now. For Vladdy, that's good. He's going to be facing off against a Jackson and an Easy 8 though, so it's not going to be easy for him to win. The Easy 8's quite good at soaking up Panther hits, and as long as the Jackson can sit... Okay, grenade here. Right, Grenadiers may go down, hit 3 Grenadiers. Oh, I don't know how they survived that, to be honest. That was just ridiculous. 2 barred up riflemen, just like he's running across the road as well. I don't know how he executed that, but that's just some good luck there from Vladdy. Those Vet 3 Grenadiers get away. But what I was saying about the tanks before, Easy 8 can soak up the Panther hits, and then the Jackson can dish out the damage. So it's a good combo, and Panther opens up on the Easy 8. Jackson's a bit, needs to move forward a little bit. Here it comes. He's trying to bait it into the Pack 43, I believe. He's going to do so. This is a good manoeuvre from Vladdy, baiting these tanks in, and wow, what a walloping that Easy 8 took from the Pack 43. yeah, and Helmut's not happy about that. That was a really good manoeuvre from Vladdy, just baiting it right into that Pack 43. And just like that, Vladdy's back in the game. He's got a Panther versus 1 Jackson. And I imagine Helmut may try calling another Easy 8, and there he goes, another Easy 8. And at this point, Helmut should probably consider... Okay. I'm not sure what he's going to do from here. He's just got to hold on to the VPs and bleed them out. He's got 147 VPs. He should have better map control than what he does at the moment, but he seems to have blobbed all his units around his retreat point. He just needs to lock down the map, because Vladdy's going to have a hard time pushing any distance away from this Pack 43. At least until he gets another Panther. And we've got railway artillery going in. I wonder if this is actually going to hit. It's almost just takes so long before the first shot. It almost never hits anything. Oh, hit some sandbags, I guess. It makes such a satisfying noise though. Listen to that. Boosh! That's probably the best part about going for railway artillery. A bit of a waste of munitions, to be honest. 200 munitions. If I was Vladdy, I'd probably be trying to mine up this side of the map. Try and bait Helmut's tanks over there onto one of those mines and then knocking them out from long range with the Panther, but that's alright. I suppose it did force Helmut to reposition a bit, relieve some of the pressure. These mortars continuing to blast away. This one's up to Vet 1, 4 kills. This one, Vet 1, 1 kill. That's not too good. Oh, they're dropping in some heat now onto the centre VP. Oh, those riflemen are lucky we get away. These riflemen have got a flamethrower as well as bar. It's not often you see that combination. It moves on to the centre. 57mm anti-tank gun opens up and bounces a shot. Easy 8 and Jackson trying to push off these grenadiers, trying to capture this fuel. Down to 75 points now. What's this? White phosphorus on the VP. Looks like he is slightly going to get hit by it. Oh, rear armour exposed. Panzerfaust on that Easy 8. May go down to the Panther here. Jackson's not up to much. Can't get through that Panther's tough front armour. However, the Panther decides to back out, seeing that the Jackson was there to support the Easy 8. It's going to back out for some more pairs, I imagine. Captain, oh, S minefield on the centre VP. That's a better use of munitions than going for the railways artillery. Oh, a big mortar shot on the captain. Now these mortars are starting to spit some fire. Vet 2 for both of them now. Quickly vetted up in the last 2 minutes. He's got the barrages going strong. And Pioneers over capturing this VP, so Vladdy, despite having an inferior army, is managing to decap these VPs quite frequently. However, Vladislavs just doesn't have enough fuel income. He really needs some more fuel so he can get another Panther. And it looks like this anti-tank gun's getting some free shots off on this Panther, though not many of them actually getting through. Oh! Rifleman flamethrower explodes. He's lucky to escape there. This is another crazy lucky retreat. Seen quite a few of them this game. He's yet trying to get rid of these grenadiers, but they will decap that point. And somehow Vladislav has actually got control of most of the VPs right now. Helmut just has all this infantry sitting here beside his forward retreat point, and that is not up to much right now. Those mortars are starting to crew up the kills. And at veteran C2, increased accuracy, increased rate of fire, they're just getting more and more deadly as the match wears on. Panther's back in the base of Vladdy, getting some repairs. And Vladdy's, he's managed to dig in around this area. Pack 43 covers pretty much both of these VPs to some extent. making it tough for Helmut. He doesn't really have any artillery. He's got the the white phosphorus, but all that it can do is damage units. It can't actually kill them, so he would need to follow that up. Well, at first he needs sight to even land it on the pack, which is probably going to be pretty hard to do considering all the units that Vladislavs has in this area. He's got 2 MGs, 2 mortars. It's going to be tough getting across that gap. And there we see yet another white phosphorus barrage here from Helmut. And it looks like Helmut, I mean, he's got plenty of fuel now. He could go for another tank, but he's got such a large army, his manpower income is very slow right now. And he's got so much infantry. All this indirect fire is bleeding him, causing him some manpower shortages. I don't know why he got this M1 anti-tank gun. It seems like a bit of a waste at the moment. In the first place, I mean, it's a pretty rubbish gun. It can barely penetrate anything. Unless you turn on the activatable ability, but it just seems like a waste of population right now. Anti-tank grenade damages the engine of the Panther. Oh, rifleman squad goes down to the Panther, and now we have a second Panther from Vladislavs. This is what he's been waiting for. 2 Panthers. Could we see a comeback from Vladislavs? Helmut, you know, he could have played this one a bit better. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, this mortar's up to Vet 3 now, 18 kills, and at Vet 3 it gains more range. Alright, that's pretty good. And Vladdy's just camping out these 2 VPs here. He's in a bit of a hole VP wise, and he knows that if he loses either of these for a significant period of time, he will lose the match. We have a huge army of, well, a huge force of riflemen here in the centre, and they're going to go for this VP once again. I'm not sure about this. Really not sure. He's covering his approach with smoke, so he's going to dodge this, and he may try and throw a grenade onto this MG. And it looks like this MG that was over here is repositioned to the centre again. And here we go, a big engagement. A lot of riflemen here. And they all retreat at the side of the Panthers. Managed to wipe out both those mortar crews, so that's good. Down go the veteran mortars. And the Panthers come across the bridge here, facing up against the M1, and he's activated the armor piercing rounds so they can actually penetrate the armor of these Panthers. He's having to reposition now. Rear armor of Panthers are exposed here. Rear the other tanks, here comes the Jackson. Rear armor shot onto the Panther. Looks like he's going to try Panzerfaust this Easy 8, maybe? Maybe not. These Panthers aren't operating in the safety. Oh, smoke goes out. Panzerfaust on the Easy 8 as expected. Main gun destroyed for the Panther. And the Easy 8 manages somehow to shoot through the smoke. I don't know if you could see through that or if that was attack ground, but there's a nice move from Helmut there. That's bad tank micro there from Vladdy. He exposed the rear armor of Panthers, and if you do that, you're in trouble. They don't have much health, but they have huge amounts of front armor. That's what makes them so potent. Oh, I was wondering why this sector was red, but I think it's because it's been locked down by the Major. He's now up to Vet 3, and so he's locking it down. It means your opponent can't capture that while he's doing that. Can come in handy on some maps, especially Langreskaya, where the center VP actually kind of intersects the map and it goes for miles on either side. If you can almost you can almost have your forward retreat point in your base and still be locking down that center VP. So that's just a little tip there for those USF forces players on Lavish Guy. And looks like Helmut's got almost all of the VPs under his control once again. This Easy 8 should be able to deal with these Grenadiers.
The Germans have 50 points remaining.
And Vladdy needs to get another Panther out ASAP if he wants to have a shot of winning this match, but his fuel income's pretty rubbish right now. He at no point has sent his Panther over to deal with his fighting position, so he can't capture that fuel. And every time he tries to capture this one, he ends up taking some manpower losses. And where's this pick? Okay, the pick's aiming in that direction. And we have a command tech here. He knows that it's going to be very hard for him to get another Panther out. The VP situation is quite dire. So he's busting out all the stops here, getting a command tech. Command tech's pretty rubbish against tanks. But it is quite good against infantry. His turret also spins around incredibly quickly and oh no. He gets anti-tank grenaded by the rifleman. And now that command tank is going to move incredibly slowly, and I'd say that's it from Vladdy. GG. Well, that was a bit of a different match there. Vladislavs had a decent early game. Usually Austria have a bit of a shocker, but then he decided to take straight to tier 4, and I think that was a bit of a mistake. I think he should have gone for tier 3. If he got a Panzer 4 out, he would have dished it out to that Stuart quite quickly, and then combined with his decent early game, he might have been able to win. On the other hand, Helmut did open the door a little bit for the strategy to be effective by going for the Jackson, perhaps expecting that Vladislav was going straight for the Panzer 4. So that did allow Vladislav back in, and then the Pak 43 getting the kill on that I can't remember what tank that was there. Oh, it was the Easy 8. It did let Vladislav back in the game, but then he wasted it all with his rear armour exposed on the Panthers, so a few twists and turns to this match. Vesting armour, have been seeing that a bit more recently. I know Mirage Flower is quite keen on that doctrine. And we did see some good smoke usage from Helmut. Time and time again he smoked the center VP to allow him to try and cap it, though the smoke didn't do much good with the mortars barraging it, but we'll just ignore that fact. Anyway, that's it guys. If you want your replay to be cast by me, send it in. The details will be in the video description. Alternatively, I also have been creating some highlights. I've got a highlights playlist on my YouTube page, and I'm also creating highlights. So send me an email with the details of what happened, where, and approximately what time, and then I'll create that for you and upload it to my page. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Bye.